What up, squad? What's poppin'? Is you ready for another ROM rant? So peep it up next. We got Kendrick, Lamar, Vaughn, TDE, Vaughn to end Joey Badass rap battle after the whole West Coast jumped him. They jumped him. Now, so I remember I had brought this up before, and there was some people that agreed and some people that disagreed. That I gave the analogy is like, bro, no matter what, Joey's gonna kind of get the benefit of the doubt and the better reflection on this, because it's like if you see a dude going squabbling with 10 dudes, one dude, and he stays standing, you know what I'm saying, 10 toes down, just keep swinging, and he's still standing at the end, you're basically gonna give it to the dude that was by himself. You know what I mean? Because it was 10 dudes. Even if they whooped his ass, you gonna be like, yo, you gotta give him credit though, man. Dude was still standing. And I said, Vaughn and Joey Badass being on similar levels in their careers at the time, as far as rap goes, not putting out too many projects. I mean, don't get me wrong. Joey had more, to his catalog. Yeah. But at the time, Joey was coming back off a long hiatus doing, you know what I'm saying? Power, series and all of that, doing the acting. And he was dope, bro. He did his thing on that. But that being said, man, they kind of robbed my boy Ray, bro. They kind of took him of his shine.
Yeah, y'all did.
Yeah, man. Y'all jumping in, man. There was just too much smoke. We didn't know what was going on. You know what I'm saying? That being said, if you're new to the channel, forget to comment, subscribe, thumbs up. Slap that red button, you heard? All right, let's get right into it. See what they talk about. This video comes to you from Chig Smooth. Go check it out. The link will be in the description below, all right?
Well, you guys, this is certainly interesting. Months after the end of the Joey Badass versus the West Coast rap battle, we're finally getting some behind-the-scenes information on exactly what transpired during the battle. Now, let me just get this out the way nice and early for everybody. Yes, Kendrick Lamar was 100% paying attention to this battle. Even though he said absolutely nothing during the beef, the man was sitting behind the scenes giving advice to Vaughn. Now, the beef really kicked off on January 1st. Yes, nice and early. Joey Badass had a record called The Ruler's Back, where he took shots at the West Coast. Everybody was amping up Kendrick Lamar, telling him, bro, you gotta respond to Joey. If you have no issues beating up Drake, you should definitely have no issues responding back to Joey. Meanwhile, Kendrick fans said, yo, the man is getting ready for the Super Bowl, and then he's got to get ready for a tour right after. Man, let the little homies handle him. And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, that's fact though. People were so amped that they was like, yo, man, at least say something out on stage or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, do what Jay-Z did at 50. I'm about $1. What the fuck is 50 Cent? You know what I'm saying? He did that shit out on Summer Jam or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Hey, it would have been dope, but think about it, man. He just celebrating the win. He don't want to, overshadow that win with
something else.
A little, something else that, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like not really up to, up to what just happened after that big W, man. You really don't want to,
Plus, he's like, I ain't really got no beef with this guy.
Yeah,
like, I actually respect him.
Yeah, that was cool. He knew what he was doing. He kept it hip hop.
He's gonna have somebody else get the shine.
Yeah, man, and that was dope though, because Vaughn definitely, you know what I'm saying. They all got an uptick in their numbers, man. Yeah, but I feel like they kind of did like, I think Vaughn should have did more outreach, and hit motherfuckers up, got them on their jacket, be like, yo, bro, let me, I know y'all want to, take shots because he's taking jabs, because don't get me wrong, Daylight was in right to do what he had to do, because Joey was being slick, though. He pulled certain people in. He knew what he was doing when he did what he did, bro. It all worked out the way he wanted it to work out.
Yeah.
I promise you on that.
I'm going to win this one way or another.
Yeah, so if it's by default by looking, if it's by default by looking like I stayed standing, or like, don't get me wrong, I think him and Vaughn, it would have been dope, though. But when you got so many people coming in at certain angles, it's like, damn, they're going to end up, it's going to sound like a repetitive thing. It's going to sound redundant. All the bars are going to sound redundant. You know what I mean?
He played a chess move. Joey played a chess move.
Yeah, he definitely did.
We started getting diss records from so many damn West Coast artists. People like Daylight, Jason Martin, a.k.a. Problem, Vaughn, AZ Chike, and Reason. Then, of course, you had people like Hitter J3 responding back as well. The whole beef basically got out of control. It got to a point where every hour, it was a new diss record from a new West Coast artist. Shit, if this battle would have kept on going, we would have had a diss record from Whack 100 himself.
Hey, but it did. You know what? I can say, coming off of the heels of Kendrick and Drake, it did unite the West Coast. I mean, they were already united, but I felt like they were all like, it did show solidarity, which was dope. That was dope. That was dope. You know what I'm saying? Because over here in New York, bro, everybody is so, you know what I mean, crab in the barrel mentality. Everybody going at each other. Everybody want to be the king of New York. Nobody could just, you know what I'm saying? So it's just one of them things, like, we can't coexist because it's always about battle. And it's always been that way. So that's the reason why I don't think you'll ever see a united front out here. You know what I mean? I really don't. I don't think you might see one or two people get involved, but it won't be a whole united front.
Yeah, not at first.
Yeah, it just won't. You know what I mean?
Now, even though Joey was not shooting at anybody specific, really besides Kendrick himself, Vaughn felt like he was the only person that was really supposed to go up against Joey. Maybe because technically, he's actually the only TDE artist that responded back to him. In a recent interview with Revolt, Vaughn revealed that he was not too happy with the other West Coast artists responding back to Joey and basically trying to take his moments from him. He also goes on to share the advice he got from Kendrick. Here's what he said.
Yo, I'm pretty interested in to see what Kendrick said.
Yeah.
I mean, if the title says it all, then we know what he said. But all right, let's get to it.
About the whole beef.
Oh, with Joey?
With Joey.
Yeah, let's get to it.
One thing that was really interesting is that you said, like, throughout that era, you were in communication with Kendrick.
Yeah. Well, I was in communication. The difference between me and Joey is, like, he just dropped. I gotta, like, go through a whole line of, like, lineage of, like, people of, like, legends of, like, oh, I don't think you should say that. Because it's brand. It's not just me. I'm going at Joey. Joey's going at me, but it's a brand still. Like, I'm still attached to a big-ass brand.
Yo, that makes sense. So you go to the big homie and be like, yo, man, what do you think? You think this is dope? You know what I'm saying? That makes sense, though. Shout out to Kendrick for being as busy as he was and, yo, taking out the time to sit there and counsel, you know what I'm saying, be the OG. That's some real OG shit. That shit, yo, dead ass, man. That's some real OG shit. Hey. Because, hey, at the end of the day, who better to go to than somebody that just came off the biggest battle ever? You know what I'm saying? One of the most controversial, it was just crazy, man. Like, the battle was just insane. That was an insane battle, man.
That you could just, I say one wrong thing, you aim at this in my brand.
Yep.
So it's like, okay, I got to stay away from topics that you could rebuttal back.
Especially in a battle.
And it has nothing to do with me, but it's the whole entity surrounding me. So it's like playing safe. You gotta play chess. So it was more so chess. So when I'm talking to Dot, it was just like, man, you just gotta, drop that shit though. He was like on some like
sounds scratchy.
Cook. But
did he tell you, like, maybe step back here, maybe don't put this in there?
Before my last response, Kendrick, like, it's cooked. It's too many niggas jumping in. Too many niggas having like an opinion towards it.
Yep.
Now it looks like he's fighting the whole West Coast.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be cooked regardless because it's gonna look that way because
Why'd you just say the word? He gonna win. He gonna win. That's what you want to say. He's gonna look like he was. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't giving it.
I'm not even gonna give the W.
I ain't giving that. I got the W. I got the W on my back.
I mean, if you made it this far, put it this way, man. It would have been interesting. I feel like it would have been more interesting if it was just Vaughn and Joey. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It would have been, you know what I'm saying? Put it this way. If you made it this far, run it back.
Run it back.
Run it back. Run it back. I would like to see these two go at each other by themselves.
Yeah.
I really think that they should run that back and go back, you know what I'm saying? Just off the strength. Because, hey, it gave us something. For a good couple of months, it gave us something to watch. We was all in tune, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was a battle we never knew we needed.
Said, man. There were so many records. Like, we still ain't listened to all of them.
Everybody was bloodthirsty, yeah? We was all bloodthirsty, man. We smoked that blood in the water,
like,
man.
we didn't have enough.
Like,
from
man.
Kendrick and Drake.
That's just crazy, man. We was glutton. We was glutton. We was definitely glutton.
man that's standing on his own against 20 different people, he gonna look like he's Superman. So you're cooked. Thank your peers, and that's kind of like what it was. So I'm like,
how'd you feel about?
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Think your peers. I mean, Daylight did deserve to jump in on me because he was going in. He was doing them Ray and Days type schemes that was going crazy. You know what I'm saying? So he knew what he was doing by bringing in Daylight. Because Daylight was just running his mouth over there, you know what I'm saying, on social media. Really didn't drop nothing. And then, that's when, the Red Bull cipher came out and it was over. You know? But everybody else, man, shame on y'all. If your name wasn't mentioned, why y'all jump in? I get it. He said the whole West Coast. But he didn't say no names. But I get it, man. I get it. Y'all felt like, y'all was on that. Y'all was prideful. I get it. Y'all was ready to jump.
We had the crown.
Yeah, man. We got the crown, man.
Everyone just jumping in. How do you feel about how everything panned out?
Like it pissed me off because it's not a fair fight. Like I was still able to cut through because people knew where it was. But like, it's like say from like January, this shit started in January. So like I dropped in January with like something that's like, okay, he dropped, but it wasn't really. So then I dropped, then he drops and it's cold. And he heats it back up. Then I drop. So to me in my head, I'm like, oh, this is okay. We good. This is our fight. This is our fight. Let's get it. And then you hear other people like jumping in, and I'm just like,
where'd you come from,
dude? Get the fuck out of here. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it made me look like I can't hold my own. Like hold my own.
No, I disagree with you. No, I don't agree with him. I don't agree with you. It did not make you look like you couldn't handle your own. It looked like what it looked like. Everybody was clout chasing and chasing a moment. Because they should have let you handle that. And like I said, I think TDE should have reached out more to people. Like, yo, chill out. Let the little homie ride, bro. This is his moment, man. He's shining. Let him ride. You know what I'm saying? Daylight, do what you're going to do because you got a right to. But everybody else, man, chill. Let him, you know what I'm saying? Let him get this moment. And don't get me wrong. He's still made out. I think he maximized the moment. That's what was good. He maximized the moment because if you see Joey really didn't get no momentum off of it. For a little bit, but his album came out and it was dope, man. The songs that you've been showing me were dope. The ones we reacted to, we just never put them out because they hit us with all this stuff. We didn't put it out. But at the end of the day, he did get you know what I'm saying? Ray capitalized on the momentum and he kept it going. He definitely kept it going. You know what I'm saying? He kept it moving. So shout out to you for that. Not a lot of people can do that. You know what I'm saying? It shows. I mean, Joey is a veteran compared to Ray, and Joey couldn't capitalize on the moment. Why are you laughing?
Because I watched an interview with him and Jid, Joey Badass and Jid, and they're both like, the fact that they're so young, but they're considered OGs in the game, they're just like,
that's because they started early. You know what I'm saying? They started early.
And I'm like, yo, I could hold my own with anybody, but it just now, not even just that, it's like, bitch, you took my narrative. That was what I was gonna go at. Like, you just took my angle. Like, now I can't even, because then it looked like I'm leaning on this and we look like man, I was hot. I was hot about it. I ain't gonna lie, I was hot. I'm like, bro, let me get this off. Let me whoop him out. But I think a lot of people seen views from it, and that's just me. I think people seen how many views we was getting overnight.
Yeah.
And it kind of like
wanted to jump in on that.
It turned into like, oh, this is what we need to be doing. Fuck Joey. Fuck Joey. I'm like, man, y'all wasn't saying that when he said this is January. Where are you niggas at? It's January. It was nobody there in January. So
nah, in reality there was. It was just more social media posts. But everybody was jumping out the window. I think they did definitely follow your lead, or they was writing. And you just was the first one, quickest one with the pen, and you jumped on it. I think a lot of people felt that way. Because I was like, oh, shit, this motherfucker said what? But it wasn't nothing crazy. I didn't think everybody was going to jump out the window on that. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't say nothing really crazy. But, yo, they all jumped out the window.
You said West Coast D licking, and you count.
It's over. So I see how prideful y'all get. Out in the West, y'all don't play about that. Y'all don't play about that.
Don't put our name in your mouth like that.
Yeah, you can't play with that. So I get you.
It like made me feel away. But at the end of the day, I feel like it shed light on all of us, on a lot of artists where it still did what it did. I don't have no hard feelings towards it now. In the moment, it pissed me off. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm just like, man, it did what it's supposed to do for me.
Okay.
I'm sitting in front of you.
I think it did.
You feel me? We talking about right now, ain't it? What month we in?
We in September.
See, like I said, like he capitalized off the momentum. He still got this, and Joey too. But I just don't think that, you know, it bear the fruits that it did for Ray. Ray just really did what he had to do, you know what I'm saying, with it, and he made his rounds with it and did it. You know what I'm saying? He was the one that was, you know, like I said, bro, out of everybody, you know, shout out to everybody that partaked in the battle, by the way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't matter, you know, what it did or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it did for you, it did for you, you know what I mean? But, you know, shout out to everybody that partake, because that was hip hop, bro. That was definitely a dope moment. That was a dope moment, I feel. You know what I'm saying? You had a lot of people that you might have heard of, maybe didn't know, maybe didn't even know Rapped, or maybe you haven't heard from in a while came out. You know what I'm saying? Which it was definitely a W, man. I liked it. I fucked with it. I wasn't mad at it. I just wish, like I said, through the whole entire battle, I wish it would have just stuck between Ray, Daylight, and
Joey,
yeah.
In September.
Now, if you guys want to watch the full interview, please make sure you guys go to Revolt YouTube channel. Now, some people did come out and say, hey, chicks, isn't that a little bit hypocritical from Kendrick? When you were going at Drake and everybody else jumped in, you didn't stop. You didn't say, yo, chill, it's cooked, it's done. Maybe Kendrick is speaking from his own experience of what he wishes he could have done. Or shit, maybe he feels like him and Drake have a long history with each other, so much so that we gotta shoot the 1v1. This is too big to ignore right now. Obviously, if it was up to him, people like Rick Ross, Kanye West, A$AP Rocky would not have joined into the beef. But it's definitely a very interesting tidbit to know. Obviously, when you look back at it, Joey definitely cleaned up the West Coast rappers, but how much did he actually benefit from it? His album got pushed back a couple times, and when it finally came out, it really didn't have much hype to it. Fans felt like the album was a little bit underwhelming, and ever since the album came out, Joey has kind of disappeared into the dark. Just last week, Joey actually canceled his entire tour.
Wow.
So sometimes rap beef is
true.
not all it's cracked up to be. You guys get in the comments below. What do you guys make of this advice from Kendrick to Vaughn during the battle? Like this video, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys later, man.
All right, so now peep this. All right, here's my take on that. Here's my take. I'm going to be real with y'all. My take on that with the Kendrick thing versus the Joey. All right, because all of them were on the same level when it came to like the Joey, when it came to relevancy, like Vaughn and all of them. You know, Joey hasn't been out for a while, even though, you know, Joey's been out, but he's like relevancy in hip hop at that moment. They were both around the same, you know what I mean? And when it came to the Drake and Kendrick, if you think about it, the top three were Cole, Kendrick, and Drake. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was self-proclaimed or critically acclaimed, it doesn't matter. That was the top three. All right? So I feel like no matter what, everybody else would have fell to the wayside anyway, because who was he? Not Kendrick. When Cole got involved, people paid attention. If Cole stayed in and didn't excuse himself and didn't dismiss himself from the battle, it would have kind of looked crazy.
Yeah.
It would have looked crazy, like 2 against 1, and then Kendrick would have definitely, even though he looked like he came out on top anyway, he really would have came out on top. You know what I mean? Flexing on both. But he dismissed himself, so it just came to where it was a 1v1 at the end of the day, because nobody was going to pay attention to Ross. The relevancy wasn't there.
Yeah.
For most
Nobody
of these cats.
gave a damn what Ross had to say, what Kanye had to say.
Now, they were all relevant, but they weren't relevant in the moment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To capture that moment, the only ones that relevancy made sense was the top 3. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
What do you got to say? What you think?
Oh, nothing. I was agreeing with you.
Okay. I just want to know if you had anything to say, like a rebuttal.
No. I'm
That's
just
it?
glad that the battle happened. Fan of both. I didn't know Joey Badass like that, so I could say during the battle, I became a fan of Joey Badass.
Yeah?
I only knew Ray. That's
Yeah,
the only
Duke of
one that I
Spit.
knew.
Yeah, I know you. She was bumping Ray, all of Ray's shit. Like, she was on it. She's like, you got to hear this, babe. But I know you want to react to it, so don't, you know what I'm saying? So
Don't
she was
listen.
like, yeah. I was like, yeah, man, I want to, but we couldn't end up doing it. But, yo, Ray said that he would clear a lot of stuff. I got to get up with him. He said he would clear.
Slacking.
Yeah,
We're
man. That's my
slacking
problem. My
on
bad,
that.
man. I got a lot of people I have to get in touch with, but I just, got a baby, got a, you know what I'm saying, got a newborn going on, you know, and just a lot of things going on. So, I mean, ADHD is not easy to deal with me. Let me just put that. Me dealing with me is not an easy thing. And then y'all dealing with me is not easy because I'm all over the place. That being said, what do y'all think? Put it in the comments. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to comment, subscribe, thumbs up. Slap that red button. You heard?
Bye.